And looks like we are live. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 348. Today is Thursday, February 21st. I am Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community. Some of our top stories of the day will be crypto investment services firm BitGo to add support for Tron. Mark Zuckerberg considers blockchain authorization of data in recent interview. LA Kings confirm release of blockchain merchandise authenticator. SEC charges ICO with selling unregistered securities after startup self-reports. But first, our Cryptic coin winner is AbleNet Tech. Shout out to him. Shout out to AbleNet Tech. Shout out to you, brother, for that comment based on our question, which was about Wyoming. Starting, having House bills passed for the blockchain bills that they have. Do you think it's a honeypot? Do you think it's a trap? Or do you think they're actually building? I like AbleNet Tech's answer, basically stating that these are middle-class people trying to get a leg up in the next booming industry. So doesn't think it's a honeypot. I think they're actually trying to build and have blockchain businesses there. So shout out to AbleNet Tech. You will be receiving those Cryptic coins on Friday. So let's move on to our top story of the day. Oh, man, the SEC charges an ICO with selling unregistered securities after startup self-reports. So basically, as the title of this show goes, this company snitched on themselves, and the SEC actually, had to take action for them because they self-reported. They tried to do the right thing. So the story here says that the United States Securities and Exchange Commission has charged crypto firm Gladius Network with selling unregistered securities after the company self-reported to the commission. An SEC press release reveals on February 20th, Gladius reportedly raised approximately $12.7 million during its ICO in 2017. Much like a lot of ICOs back then, way too much money for a project. The SEC had warned that tokens offered in such sales can be classified as securities under U.S. law. Shout out to Joel Braithwaite, who I talked to at Howard. He was beating us down like, look, if you're going to do an ICO, just register with the SEC. It's like $6,000. The commission specifies that the startup did not register its tokens with the agency, and it did not qualify for an exemption from registration requirements. According to the press release, however, Gladius self-reported to the securities regulator in the summer of last year. The SEC did not impose a penalty because the company self-reported. So basically, because they snitched on themselves, they were like, well, we won't charge you a fee. They actually agreed to compensate investors, and they will register the tokens as a class of securities. So the company will return the funds to investors who request it and register its token as a security. So it's not too bad for them simply because they wanted to do the right thing. They wanted to actually, get the support of all of the SEC, anybody else who wanted to join in, any other government agencies, anybody who's trying to do an ICO. You can either go with it, try and get the SEC on your side, or you can say this isn't security. It doesn't cover a security. We're going to go ahead and go forward with raising the money. Gladius Network looked like they tried to do the right thing. So they basically were able to move forward with the SEC without anything too bad happening. I will say that last year, in November, SEC imposed civil penalties over 2 ICOs because of their failure to register their token sales, self-described. First, this is crazy to me simply because it's so convoluted. It's not really a clear-cut way to say something's security. We have the Howey test, of course. However, cryptocurrencies are totally different. And if it is a true cryptocurrency, I understand. But if they are saying they're tokens, then I can understand the SEC coming in. Either way, though, you need to stop pocket watching. If they raised $12 million and they were able to get people to buy into it, these are adults that sent money to invest into the company they thought had utility. They should just let it ride. But if the SEC is going to be lenient like this, then this is pretty good for ICOs. We haven't seen them really, taking a bunch of CEOs to jail and sending, people with threats. However, it is a slippery slope because once you get them involved, everything will have to go through that process. So, it's 2 ways to look at it. I'm actually kind of glad they didn't do too much. But Gladius Network, shout out to them. They should be definitely moving forward now that they have the SEC. All the bells and whistles they need to move forward, they're all there. So shout out to them. And moving forward, crypto investment services firm BitGo to add support for Tron. Wow, Tron, man, they They are not playing any games. Justin Sun is one of the best marketers I've ever seen. He simply does not give up. He always has something up his sleeve. Institutional grade cryptocurrency firm BitGo will provide wallet and custody support for cryptocurrency Tron. Per the release, BitGo will add support for Tron later this year, making it available for institutional investors. Tron thus joins over 100 other digital currencies already supported by BitGo. So this is what I mean when I say this man is a marketing genius. There are over 100 digital currencies on BitGo. There are literally zero, well, maybe one cryptocurrency I remember being promoted as being custodial wallet on BitGo. So Tron somehow made the news of being on there, even though there's already 100 cryptocurrencies on there. Like I said, he has the ability because the language that's used in the news that comes out for Tron, for example, it says it's made available for institutional investors. For somebody that's trading, you know, they're thinking in their mind, let me buy some Tron, simply because if institution investors are coming, then let me go ahead and get some Tron. And then by the end of the year, he'll have this groundswell of support. So this is good that they're starting in February. And then in quarter 4, when they do have it, they'll probably have a way higher market cap just off speculation. If people think I can store my Tron on BitGo, if BitGo basically acknowledges them as a legitimate cryptocurrency, then that is big for their market cap, in my opinion. And I think I think Tron will grow over time. Don't really see the use case for it. It's kind of redundant. You can download files already, and you don't need a token to do it. However, it is good to see from a speculation side that there are people interested in this coin, just because it's still cryptocurrency. If Tron, does 100x and makes a lot of money, you know where all that profit is going to flow back into? Bitcoin. So I don't hate on altcoins simply for that reason, because people get rich off of altcoins and then move it right back into Bitcoin and keep buying it. So that's usually how the cycle actually gets the the ball rolling. So yeah, let's see. Let's take some questions here. Let's see. What's up, Christopher D. Jones? What's going on, boss? Kevin Hodges, what's up, man? Sergeant Crypto. Definitely did not get the notification. Yes, we're getting that from all sides. I feel like, the shadow ban is very real. YouTube wise, we've done all the SEO stuff we can do to basically, streamline it and make it as, productive as possible. Still no notifications. No, there are people that are just now getting them, 5-10 minutes into the show. So it's nothing we can really do there, but catch it on the rebound and rewind it. So we'll be all right there. It's all good. So to finish off this BitGo story, BitGo revealed plans to offer crypto insurance for digital assets, which we talked about yesterday. So that is another plus for Tron. So even if you have your Tron and you don't really use it, if you have it stored with BitGo and they have insurance that could, help you with your private keys in case of a hack, that is a way to bring in institutional investors, because it gives them sort of the clarity they have with banks. However, we all know that the insurance portion of it'll take more than 100 million, but it'll definitely be a good start, in my opinion. So Tron is trading around 0.025 cents right now, having lost about 2% of its value the last 24 hours. Not much to really look at from a trading standpoint. However, long term, if Tron ever hits $1, which people say, I don't think it will happen, simply because their market cap, the number of coins is too many. But if it was to hit 10 cents, that's a good 5x from here. I mean, that's literally how simple it is for you to make money on some of these smaller coins, just off of good news, just speculation, just good news, and then good marketing. So Justin Sun knows that, and he's definitely been doing that with Tron. So shout out to them. Let's see, get into some more of them. Shout out to everybody on Facebook joining in. Not able to see comments right now. Even Facebook is messing me up. Not sure. Shout out to Tim Cottrell. What's going on, boss? Let's see who we got. Okay. Yeah, so same old people. So moving forward, Mark Zuckerberg, he actually considers blockchain authorization of data in recent interview. Oh, man. So Facebook CEO and founder Mark Zuckerberg considered the ramifications of a blockchain-based authorization of user data during an interview with Harvard Law professor Jonathan Zittrain on February 20th. During a discussion covering such topics as the future of technology and society, Zuckerberg noted that he thinks about the work we at Facebook are a decentralizing force in the world. Zuckerberg said that people of this generation got into technology because it gives individuals power and is not massively centralizing. So First of all, I call bullshit. I believe Zuckerberg is very good at getting on TV and making himself sound like the good guy, when in reality, the government is at his doorstep every single day, making sure that the information that flows through Facebook flows to them as well. There's been a number of leaks. There's been a number of documents showing Facebook's tracking people, voice, everything we've seen. We've definitely seen Facebook track people's data and privacy. That is a known fact. So the fact that he said it's decentralized and it gives individuals power, it started out that way. I remember starting my Facebook account way back in the day, 06, I believe, 05 or something like that. I remember starting that account and I remember thinking to myself, wow, I can search people within 50-mile, 20-mile radius and we can all talk and I can meet this whole social network of people. Never really considered that all of the data that was going into Facebook would be sold off into private security firms and to mercenaries within the government. However, that is happening, and Mark Zuckerberg basically has put on the marketing face to come forward and throw out the buzzword, which we say is the blockchain stimulus package. If you say the word blockchain, it doesn't matter. You could work at Waffle House. If you say we're using blockchain to sell bacon, eggs, and waffles right now, somebody will show up with an offer for $10 million. Oh yeah, your blockchain use case. Like, it doesn't matter. Just throw it out, and people will definitely make it news, as you can see here. Zuckerberg mentioned that he was considering a potential blockchain use case by which users could have control over their data, adding basically you take your information, you store it on some decentralized system, and you have the choice to log into places without going through an intermediary. We have something, I believe Civic has something like that, as well as other places. However, it's not completely decentralized simply because you have to use their system. If I can't download that system onto my own computer or server and use it, I doubt that you'll be able to do it. It'll be sort of like the decentralization of Binance's DEX, where it is decentralized, but it's only 11 nodes actually running it, and they're controlled by somebody else. So technically it's decentralized, but really it's not. So he went on to say, I think the more interesting questions there are not feasibility in the near term, but are the philosophical questions of the goodness of a system like that one. He stated that a decentralized system may give users more control of their data, but could also lead to more abuse, and any recourse would be far more difficult than on a centralized system. So while I do share a sentiment with the recourse part of that, if you lose your data and it's decentralized, it's on you. So he is correct with that. We do need more information about how you can use decentralized data, how you can store your data, how to store private keys. There's people that don't even know how to use the USB drive. People, trust me. I can tell you right now, the computer tech world, people that are in the tech, we're in our own little minds. So we think everybody knows this stuff, simple stuff. Let me tell you something, people. They don't. A lot of people have no clue. And Mark Zuckerberg is correct in that fashion, that if we do decentralize it and your data has to be pulled from a certain source that you control, a lot of people will lose it. So we do have to work on that. I believe centralized systems are good. However, when they get too big, we all know what happens. Data gets leaked, and they have to sell it to the government. They get that tap on the shoulder, so to say. So going forward, to finish off this story, earlier this month, Facebook actually acquired ChainSpace in its first apparent blockchain-related acquisition. The startup was reportedly working on blockchain scalability problems, notably by applying sharding to smart contracts. So the smart contracts that you could use, it would break off the data and it would put it into different clusters. Facebook, however, reportedly acquired the startup primarily for the skills or expertise of its staff, rather than the service or products the company provides. Sure, whatever you say, Zuckerberg, you just hire a bunch of people with a certain amount of skills, but you're not going to have anything that deals with their own skills. I got you, Mark. Sounds legit. But I'm definitely one of those people that, anytime Mark talks, I'm very wary of it because I've actually seen some of the bad things that can happen with Facebook. However, there's 1 billion, 2 billion people on Facebook. So he's definitely going to have to say something about blockchain at some point, which he has. And the blockchain stimulus package and media have joined. So shout out to him. Being able to market himself as well. So let's get to some of the people joining in. I swear this band is ridiculous. What's going on, Dylan? Ryan Cooper, what's up, boss? Jizzy Mac. Waffles on the blockchain sounds legit. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they can put anything on the blockchain. Just say the word, somebody will show up with some money for you. So let's see. And our last story of the day, like I said, it's going to be a pretty short day today. Not much news, and I'm here by myself. So the last story of the day, the LA Kings confirmed release of blockchain merchandise authenticator. Oh yeah, shout out to the LA Kings. Shout out to everybody in Los Angeles. United States ice hockey team, the LA Kings, have launched a blockchain-based tool for tracking the authenticity of merchandise. So no broke boys out there for you stealing LA Kings merchandise. About to be tracked on the blockchain. Executives confirmed in a press release on February 20th that a partnership with augmented reality startup ProX Media, the AR authentication app, provides a way for fans purchasing various items to know that their products are genuine. The release did not reveal the technical workings of the app, but said it relied on various tests and would reject a piece of merchandise if it did not pass all of them. So I'm sure there'll be some sort of hash, there'll be some sort of timestamp, there'll be some sort of location. There will be something stored with each actual purchase or merchandise that they create at the factory or wherever. That stamp or that QR code that they put on it will be able to actually track it everywhere it goes. If it goes from here to the LA Kings facility to your house, and then if you want to sell it online and somebody's like, well, I want an LA Kings jersey, is it authentic? Let me scan the QR code. Boom. That is the first step in everything blockchain related. Authenticity, transparency, being able to actually know what you're getting is what you're getting. The first use case for blockchain, of course, is Bitcoin. We all know that it's your Bitcoin based on your private keys, based on the hash. You can actually look up wallets. So this is the same thing, just with merchandise. So shout out to the LA Kings. The LA Kings pride ourselves on innovation and a drive to be first in market as it relates to our digital strategy. It says Kings Senior Vice President Jonathan Lowe. The platform marks a fresh departure for the U.S. Major League sports industry regarding blockchain. Various entities have sought to leverage the technology to obtain different results. So, for example, we've seen the Sacramento Kings accept Bitcoin for payment. That's their foray into blockchain. We've seen soccer teams actually use the blockchain for tickets and soccer cards, player cards. And now we see this for merchandise. So different utilization all across the board. Lowe actually added, this utilization of AR and blockchain in the sports memorabilia realm is truly a first of its kind, but more importantly, also adds extra layers of authentication and security to the many fans who have become customers of game-used products. So those of you out there on eBay selling fake products, they're coming for you. Those days are pretty much over. It's going to be pretty hard to scam whenever somebody's like, all right, scan the QR code, let me see. Sort of like when Carfax came out. People could tell you whatever they wanted, and then people were like, all right, let me see the Carfax. And people are like, well, you know, it's no, let me see the Carfax. So anytime you can trust, but always verify. Anytime you can verify something, that is very big for their company. So unlike some other clubs worldwide, no mention was made of additional blockchain-based features appearing for fans, such as tokens. However, the Dodgers as well, they launched collectible tokens on Ethereum last year. So definitely LA teams, or California teams as a whole, I would say, they can't avoid the blockchain Bitcoin talk. It's Silicon Valley's out here. I mean, you have one of the biggest economies in the world, really. You have to have this foray into blockchain. So let's get into some comments here. Let's see. Kevin Hodges, we are the product on Facebook. Absolutely. Yeah. If it's free, you are the product most of the time. Tommy Brown, bootleg industry going to catch hell. Yeah, that's what I say. It's shout out to all the scammers out there, man. It's going to be a tough time going into the future with blockchain technology, with people trying to verify instead of trusting, everything moving online. Yeah, good luck to you out there. You just got to find another way. And let's see, Jizzy Mac, MLB has collectibles and Ethereum. Yep, they do. That's what I say. The Dodgers, absolutely. Let's see if we got any more comments before we get on up out of here. Like I said, today was going to be a short news day. Not too much going on out there. However, I will leave you with our question of the day. Our question of the day is, Gladius Network actually told on themselves to the SEC. The SEC didn't impose any fees or fines. However, they did say that they had to register their tokens as securities. Do you agree? Do you think ICO should be upfront and report themselves to the SEC? Or do you think they should fight against the SEC by saying we're not securities? We have a totally different use case. We don't have tokens. We have cryptocurrency. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. Put your Cryptic coin address, and we'll be sending those free coins on Friday. So thank you all for watching. This has been the Gentleman of Crypto. Make sure you download the Brave browser to support us. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as well to follow the day-to-day updates for the microloan and investment app that I am building. Good group of collaborators there. If you want to donate to the cause, let me know. I'll post my my Bitcoin address. I'm literally doing everything out of pocket right now, like I've done my whole life. So definitely, support that as well. And make sure you support all our social media on Instagram, Twitter, and soon on minds.com. So thank you all. You all have a good day, good Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.